There's been a lot of talk about self-custody recently. There's always been a lot of talk about self-custody in crypto, but it's been rising with first the implosion of FTX, but then general rising suspicion of centralized exchanges in general for various reasons. So joining us now for more insights on this is Casa CEO Nick Neuman. Welcome, Nick. So Casa is quite relevant to this conversation because it is a popular Bitcoin self-custody firm. So I was wondering, we've heard a lot about this anecdotally, right? That, self-custody is rising, people are seeing the importance of it. But can you give us some data to support that, if that's true?
We're seeing some of the biggest customer volumes that we've seen in months at Casa in terms of new people signing up for using the product. We're seeing the amount of Bitcoin overall that Casa helps our customers protect going up repeatedly, steadily every single month. And that's something that, you don't always expect to see at a time when people are trusting custodians more than normal. And so as we're seeing the banking system having problems systemically, as we're seeing custodial offerings in crypto starting to, or really imploding last year and continuing to be a little bit shaky, especially with US regulatory actions now, people want that control. And they want that certainty that their money that they've worked hard to save is going to be safe.
Interesting. And when did you see this, like when you're talking about this kind of surge or this, when did it start? Was it with FTX or was it just kind of was there a specific event that, really seemed to turn the tide?
I think really one of the interesting things that's been fascinating to watch is how people have been responding to the issues at Silicon Valley Bank and some of the other banks in the banking ecosystem right now in that legacy financial system. Because you would think from a, separation of crypto and the legacy financial system that may not affect people's desire to self-custody as much. And that's just not what we're seeing. And so that's been something that we're hearing as we're talking to customers. People are worried about that. And that's really been an event that's, I think, pulled back the cover on some of the things that have been lurking in the legacy financial system that people didn't really know were such systemic risks sitting there.
You'd spoken to us way back in 2021, and at that time you'd said that Casa clients had increased 325% in 2020 as revenue nearly tripled. And I didn't really hear a number from you, and I was just wondering if you had any number after the banking crisis to just give us a sense of what's really going on, how much interest there is, any number.
I don't have numbers for you today, and that's not something that we are ready to share just off the cuff on a regular basis. But,
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's fine. That's totally okay. We get that. Now, explain something to me. Where does this go? Because, we've seen good moments or phases for the crypto industry in general. And then you've had a bit of a pullback from them. Like, we've heard so many companies lay off people, and this is your good moment. Are you expanding? Are you hiring? Are you preparing for, something big? And if not, then are you just consolidating? And are you also have you learned something in hindsight from what has happened in the past?
Well, we've actually got a huge update coming for Casa customers and new potential customers. Towards the end of April, early May, we're looking at bringing Ethereum support to Casa. That'll be the biggest update that we've released in a solid couple of years. And so that is something that our customers have been asking for over a year now. It's something that we know is a real need, a place where you can store both your Bitcoin and your Ether with using multiple keys in a really safe and simple self-custody product. And that's just not something that's existed so far. And so from a team perspective, we've been gearing up for that launch for over a year now. And we're very excited to see that roll out and bring that solution to the people that really have a problem today with safely securing their crypto.
And does that hinge in any way on how Chapella's upgrade happens? And like, what's it going to look like also? Like, just tell us that.
Yeah, so it doesn't really hinge on the Chapella upgrade, as a lot of the other guests that you have had on this morning have mentioned. We're not too worried about that. We think it's going to go relatively smoothly, and it'll be good for Ethereum as a whole. As far as what the product will look like, it'll look very similar to what we offer in Bitcoin today, which is that most self-custody products in Bitcoin and Ethereum, you've just got one private key securing your funds. If you lose that key, one mistake and everything's gone. And so that's why people have such a hesitation around self-custody, because people don't trust themselves. So we let you use multiple keys to protect one pool of funds. And people really feel that that gives them peace of mind, knowing that, hey, I can actually lose a key and not lose all of my money here. And suddenly the trade-offs between self-custody and using a custodian, especially in the environment that we have today, just start to tip much more in the favor of self-custody and of having that certainty that you have control and access to your money whenever you want it.
All right. Okay. Thanks so much for that. That was Casa CEO Nick Neuman. We'll obviously see you at Consensus, which is not too far away now, less than 2 weeks away. There you have it. It is the most important conversation in crypto and Web3, and you're going to see Nick Neuman there with us. You can also register. There's still time, so do that.